Okay, here we are for part 3. Let's hope this thing doesn't crash this time. Just gonna make sure that this thing is operational and all that good stuff. Okay, it seems to have excellent connection, so that's good. Let's see here. Just 1 second. Sorry, I was just wiping the camera. Okay. The stream's running good. Now we're just gonna make sure that this thing sees everything that it needs to see, including the top chat. Hey, look at that, it sees it. Okay, we're just gonna make it a little bigger. Bring it down to about there. That looks good. Just a little bit. That should be alright. And now, hold on while I mute my phone. Okay, that phone is actually muted. Good. Just gonna plug it in. Okay, last thing we need to do... I clicked the wrong one. No, not that one. That one. Just going to let everybody know, of course, that I am live streaming, so... that one. Just give me another minute, almost done. One more place, and then we're ready to go. Alright, so. I hope my microphone's working. Let me check. Alright, should be good. Should be good to go. Just gonna test. Just test the live chat just in case someone decides they want to pop their head in and say hello. Just making sure it's updating on the live chat here. Okay, and doing one more test. Just because I'm now fully in the game. Just making sure it appears. Just gonna give it 10 seconds. Okay, we're ready to go. Hi everybody. Sorry it took me about 5 minutes to do this. About 6 minutes. But we are ready to go. So we had just completed Kryle's quest line here. Like a whole bunch of quests through Charlayan. Now we're gonna go and focus our attention on this side, and we're gonna go wherever they're gonna go. For Thavnair bound. So, oh wait a minute, hold on. There we are. Now we're ready to go. Hopefully. I have Kryle's instructions in hand. If you are ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by Aetherite. But what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kryle was of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. Hi, Dizark! The Confluence, thou sayest. I'm afraid so, my friend. Yes, Dizark. I am on my way there, by the looks of it. I'm on my way to, like, Thavnair or something. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart unto the sanctuary we delivered thee. Moan Britta was an authority on aetherology, a field of study she did embark upon. God darn it, it keeps going so fast. Both are authorities in their own right. Both are researchers at the Confluence. Have you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. If thou art kind to say so, I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite, or Kit? Kit? Or Kitey? Could be either of those pronunciations. Alright, so we gotta speak with, Keat? Could be Keat or Kite. It's one of those names. We need to pick one. So how have you been doing, Dizark? It's good to see you today. Thank you for stopping by again and watching us head out to Thavnair. I truly appreciate you spending some time with me today. Okay, we go into this building here. You just can't build anything small in this game, can they? Everything's like gotta be for like giants. Ah, look. Look at that. That's interesting. They're building aetherites. And they're building mini aetherites too. That's really cool. You even got like a little, like, super tiny ones over here. Making sure that they work and everything, no doubt. That's really, really cool. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I just got out of the shower and I noticed the time, so I just had no time to... Well, no, this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryla, the students of Baldessian. We seek passage to Thavnair and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects! Welcome, welcome. Wait, what? Test subject? Yeah, that's my question. What are we doing? Oh, you haven't heard? Let me explain. Oh, dear goodness. In order to travel to an aetherite, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the life stream. An inconvenient, but incontrovertible something. But what if I were to tell you there's a way to travel to an aetherite without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might something, and then we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetherite that doesn't require attunement. Truly, it changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherites, but the aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherites, one has been installed here in Charlotte and the other over in Yeldamahad, a port town by the looks of it. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Razadhan, and indeed we owe much of this groundbreaking to their contributions. To sum up, we're to test these aetherites. How fortuitous. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel aether. Would that be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. I foresee problems here. Ah, hi Southwestern Ontario Rails, how you doing? A veritable dream come true. The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all ready. It may come as a surprise that we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the life stream, in the statistically unlikely event that it may be. But it's plain that you aren't like most people. If I might change the subject, are Master Wilson and Mistress Blowida not about? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Something tells me this isn't gonna go very well. So apparently this thing has not been tested yet. And they are going to test it on us. It's good to see you, SOR. How you doing? Okay, here we go, you guys. I love that aetherite. Holy crap. That looks so good.
Right, we're all set.
Oh, thank goodness. It's voice acted.
Just the 4 of you, was it?
Yeah, just us 4.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
Oh, okay. Well, that solves things.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
I don't know. What? Everyone looks, pleased to do so.
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
That's good. That is really cool.
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
I knew it! I knew there was something. What? Oh, no! Sacred, no! Oh, dear God. I hope he's not, like, turned into a freaking crystal on the other side or something. When you talk about touch of ethereal sickness, that hits Thancred like a ton of bricks. Oh, that poor guy. Oh, dear. Ah, the map. Good old map. I love this map. Where are we going? Wow, we're like way the blip over there. Way over there.
Thavnair, home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples.
Interesting.
Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy.
It's like I'm in India.
Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, I'm okay.
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Oh dear. Maybe not. Oh, we're not so good.
What chance?
I knew it! Oh no! Even he's on the ground! Oh no.
Against such an insidious foe.
Oh, the tower is here, guys! Here we are. Look at that thing. Oh man. Oh no! Thancred! He's like... Oh, he's like half dead over there! Oh no!
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish.
Yeah, like... I'm amazed he's still alive. We're all toast.
Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Oh, please no. Don't put anything in there. That is one thing you just don't want to do. Thancred's just scorched over there.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
Just done. Oh no.
Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh no! Oh no! Alright, willpower! Come on, Koro! We can do it! We gotta go and stop him! Or we're gonna be bankrupt! You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? We're gonna friggin' find out. We need to find that guy. Well, he's only over there, so that's not too bad. Oh no! Oh no, no. Yep. Oh god. Anyone something for our stomachs? I hope not. You there. I need 3 drinks. Something that helps with ether sickness. Oh dear god. But by the Manisia, a traveler. I mean, greetings. Greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special Amra Lassi, or Yassi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is famed for calming unruly bellies. By way of a warm welcome to Thavnair, I am pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil. Not for 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery. You might want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize any words of warning you cry out could be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Estinian and, using gestures, deny that the deal is fair. Alright, so we are going to type deny. No! Estinian, no! Huh? I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the Aussie. This merchant is swindling me. Or Lassie? Iossi? Lassie? Ooh, ah! That's sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles of Iossi. It's gotta be Iossi, because it's a capital I think. Maybe it is? Yeah, it's gotta be an I. Iossi? That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Oh boy. Oh no. We can make it. We're gonna give him the special Amra It is Lassie. It is an L. Okay. So special Amra Lassie. Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee and Estinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. Okay, there, you just settle down in that corner there. You were in time? Excellent. You've spared us Tataru's wrath. Yeah, she wouldn't be too pleased with us, would she? Sweet, sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. It's Indian buttermilk. That's really interesting, Dazark. I didn't know that. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly was something. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. I've found it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat, short of shedding my armor. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. The men said it's a Thavnairian weave, tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. steel, I was told. 'Tis nothing fancy, but I always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. Oh, are all Hanish merchants so unscrupulous? I expect... Yes! I expected the Azure Dragoon to put up more of a fight. On that subject, I shall refrain from making comment. Yet I could not help but observe that the merchants seem overzealous in their pursuit of profit. Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Razadhan hath long derived something. Shit. In the beginning, there were the Arcasadora. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct would emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hanish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over, a development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint. All of this hath combined to make a trading power at Razadhan, yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent something. Neither of which I can see evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant, doth suggest that oversight is much awakened. Whatever the truth may be, 'twould be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've naught to lose. So ere we seek out Kryle's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather? Excellent! We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Here we go! Look, Thancred can be my dad anytime. Look how closely we resemble each other. I mean, like, see, take a look at him, and take a look at her. Look, my warrior of light is awesome. They look nothing alike, do they? No, I didn't think so. Alright, let's go. On low tide, his stomach behaving once more. No, what? You know what I'm gonna do? Okay. Right, let us split up and make inquiries in town. Chronosphere, the pier is yours. Once we've learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetherite, off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Alright then, let's go and do it. Information. All aboard, my peacock. That just sounded very, very inappropriate. I don't know why. I'll never do that again. I'm just gonna call it Burb from now on. Creative fruit. Considering I don't have one, okay? So, like, logistically it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it's what it is, right? The crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling as they've been left too long. Oh, we could talk to this guy here. Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared in Naranar. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What'll become of us, only the gods know. So apparently that tower is really doing some economic damage over here. Interesting. Let's see what he says. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Khazal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Khazal a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Well, like as not, you'll find him in the Saltwind Sails, the Arbor Guild building across the water from here. Alrighty then. Gazing up from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels further away. Compared to other ports you visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Interesting. It's almost like the tower just completely wiped out any sense of like economy in this area. I don't like. It's very interesting. In short, that tower is doing a lot more damage than it did in Thanalan and Limsa and Black Shroud and Dravania. Hey, it's Khazal. All right, let's talk to this guy. Disable. Yeah, let's disable that. Maybe I'll be able to read better. The Dalmaskins are coming? But we've already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Gah, but this'll be an enormous loss. Alright. Forget about the Damascus. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hanish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Khazal, I really do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. So that's what happened. I had the auto thing on, and that's the reason why it was going so fast. I forgot to turn that off. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. I see, that's a shame. Oh, I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsia, and I'm here to see Khazal. It's an elephant person. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. It's an elephant person! I suddenly feel like I'm in Star Wars. With those, what the heck are they called in Star Wars? The ones on Hoth. They're like elephant people too. Oh, there he is. He's over there. Well, we're gonna go and find out what we can do for this guy. Come on. Yes, can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kazal too, did you? I'm Matsia, a fisherman of Akiali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kazal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium has been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. Powering through these quests pretty quick. Fisherman's friend. If I may ask, what is it that you do? An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people? Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I've brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. Problem is, I'm terrible with people. I've only ever dealt with Kazal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So, please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it is done? Ha! The last time I did this, I failed big time. If you're willing, please let me know. We can begin at once. I remember back in Shadowbringers I had to do this. I didn't, of course, have to sell fish, but I had to do something. I can't remember what it was, but I remember failing like really, really bad. The events to follow cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending Duty Finder registrations. You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right. Please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here and Yadlimad. I will observe you and learn. He's accompanying you. Alright. Alright. Let's, you got 2 out of 3? That's, let's see how I do. Let's see how I can do here. Alright, here we go. Oh dear goodness. Hold on. My hair is in my face here. There, that's better. Yes? Oh. Straight from the seas, buzz under your mouth. Greetings, friend. How are you? Alright, let's do it. Greetings to you too. I suppose I'm well enough given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it is utter chaos when that tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remain there for now, but I could not stay away. Had to come back. Continue with my life such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. No place by home, but don't do anything dangerous, eh? Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower. And then more monsters emerge from it. When more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant Host's instructions. I hope they deal with it soon so we can get back to our normal lives. To the days when you could earn as much as you gave and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Why not have some fresh fish today? Fresh fish, you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger! Huh. Oh, and you bait me like that. How can I not bite? Very well. Give me some of your fish. Hey, look at that. We got one. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is Shallow's cod. delectable, stewed in coconut milk, or baked with sprinkle of salt. You succeed in making a sale. Alright, I got one. Wonder what would happen if he fell in the water. I hope he swims. Channel your inner merchant. No, that's the problem. My Koro was never a good seller of things. Like, if it was one thing she just couldn't do, it's like sell stuff. I remember in Mordona, like a bunch of people were like looking around and things like that during one of the quests, something that had to do with children and things like that, and I failed it like 4 times. Nashreen. All right, let's see what we got. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some Amra. Let's say it doesn't. They don't need to be export quality. Oh my god. Oh. What do you need so many armor for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I am a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By some token, nothing is coming from overseas, but not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. Well, now you think on it, I'm not so sure. Rather than hungry, perhaps I've been feeling unfulfilled, and I try to fill the void by gorging on food that I like. Fish? I do like fish, as a matter of fact. Why do you ask? Oh, you're a fishmonger! Apologies for the misunderstanding. Seeing as you're here, do you happen to have a Kiali sardine? They're perfect in a spicy soup. We certainly do, madam. And if you like it spicy, I also recommend them pickled in oil with generous amount of chilies. Oh, that does sound like a wonderful challenge. I haven't had fish in mind at first, but I dare say I'll enjoy these. Thank you. You succeed in making a sale. Yeah, that's the one. The Doman one. It was that one. Like, all the quests that they, like, put you on, and one of them had you, like, chasing after, like, a bunch of kids that were, like, getting lost all over. I think it was it? I think it was Mordona that they were getting lost around. Okay, we have one more to do. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. I love the color. Jeez, look at all the colors. Just colors everywhere. It's amazing. You have to do hide and seek with them in Vesper Bay early on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Yeah, that's the one. I agree. Alright, here we go. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh, God, my stomach. Ugh. Aether sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I ate a little too quickly. Ah, food is the last thing I need right now. Go and sell your fish to someone else. No, no, I failed. Never mind, we just approached him at a bad time. And timing is everything, yes? Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was a truly eye-opening experience. Let us return to the pier. Well, I got 2 out of 3, you guys. Found Urianji back there, by the way. Alright, oh, there's Estinian. Oh, Thancred's over there, too. Alright. Alright. That's really, really cool, though. Must be nice, like, having, like, an area in the game that, like, suits your culture, Dizark. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You managed to sell to 2 of the 3 people you approached. Adventurers do indeed have great conversational skills. Watching you at work was truly enlightening. By applying the lessons I've learned, I hope to one day peddle as well as you. Oh, it's not a job I want to get into, trust me. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Khazal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice. And who should it be but Matsya? Uh-oh. Khazal, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me, try as I might, I can't find any buyers. And no ships coming in and hardly are going out. There simply aren't any options at this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Matsya, I truly am. But for now, you must peddle your own goods. But by myself? I can't. I want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Sisters. Khazal. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Oh, I've best return to my village. My thanks again, and take care on the road. Alright, let's get on my burb. Burb. Just launch it at poor Urianji. Heads up, burb! Ha! And he just like rams right into him or something. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are most certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Talaferoi. How's the divinities? Let's do it. Amatia, fellow you were helping, he's Arxadora, is he not? Apparently, it's almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? If summoning is the is this perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that Arxidora would be the primary targets. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. Better go after 'em. Archeali lies to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Kral's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Sounds like a plan. Hi, fun kids! Good to see you again. How are you doing today? Alright, let's... Jeez. You do not see Matsuya nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead might provide a better vantage point. Hey, discovered new locations. Wants me to go up there, okay. Those elephants look mean. You do not see Matsu from here either. No! Leave me alone! Help! Somebody help! Matsuya's voice, and it came from the north. Whoa! Those are really mean-looking elephants. Oh, hello! Oh yeah, we can't be having any of that. Oh, they stunned me. Oh, I have holy two, holy three? Oh, all my spells got updated. Here we are. Huh? Where'd they go? Why are you here? I see you found him in time. You and your friends came to look for me? I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest, to think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We've heard that the Arxidora are being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know. The ocean, all we have. I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are, but I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. Huh. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zots. Ah, we got some Final Fantasy IV here. House of Divinities in the old tongue, it means. But they're not true divinities. They're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but than to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we will learn the way we would learn all that we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save us? Really? To think I had you peddling fish. But to answer your question, yes, of course. We'd gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please come to our village. We're good gods-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge and fish. What sayest thou? Shall we pay a visit to XIV? Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. So 'tis the simulacra of Thavnairian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there could be none now. The kidnapped Harnish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray we'll be able to save them. Though indeed saving them will mean confronting their false gods, like as not. As you said, we do well to study their religious traditions. To XIV. Indeed. The plot thickens, everyone. Oh, we gotta go all the way over here. Did I attune to that thing? I did not attune to that aetherite at that port town. Oh my god, I'm being hit by an elephant. Oh, ow. Unfortunately, I have to hurt you. I'm so sorry, Mr. Elephant. Yeah, unfortunately. I'll go get that aetherite later. Alright. Here we are. Welcome to XIV, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that. But please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with. Kainga and Hasveda. They are free at the moment, as it happens. Well, let's go talk to them. Wish to know about our gods. What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish? In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is once you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manisya, the beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Mirga, beings of light who assume the form of beasts. Together, they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. Interesting. 'Cause 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 'c Azveda. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Manusia and the Mirga deities, who look like men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusia, the Mirga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Manusia coveted the might of the Mirga, so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusia have worn animal faces, and the Mirga the limbs of men. So they're like half animal, half human types, I guess, by the sounds of them. By the sounds of it. There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust. While you are off talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. It's a lot of reading. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Okay, these are the Manusia. You've heard about them already, huh? 3 sisters. The Mega Sisters of the Tower of Zot. Final Fantasy IV! On the quest when you go and try and rescue Rosa from Golbez. I remember them very well. The center one is the eldest, Sindiruva, a goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sendiruva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Mindiruva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts and is so beloved by weavers. Sandy, Cindy, and Mindy from Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And then, of course, their real names. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. Oh boy. In like fashion to the Manusia, the deities of Eorza preside over a myriad aspects of life. And what of the Mirga, if I may ask? The Mirga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gaja's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Arcasadora. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons too. It is said that an ancestor of the satrap, that's the ruler of Razathan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if ever the satrap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. That's really, really, really interesting. Dragon ally. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. Passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I'm confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. It's very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sought out Kral's acquaintance, an alchemist by the name of Nadana. According to Kral's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. The Great Work. Did you say you were going to see Nadana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes when you meet her. Take care you don't drown in them. Well, seems like someone there's got a little crush on somebody. Alright, let's... wonder what would be the best way to get over there. Should I stick to the coast or what? Something tells me I'm gonna need to go back down there to the pier. And I'm gonna regret not doing it early. Oh well. I'll do it later. Might as well go across the beach, because I want to open up some territory here to the map. And it gives me a little bit of experience. And we got some fresh crabs over here. Can I even get through there? Hope I can get through here. Maybe. Maybe not. Can I get through there? Nope, I can't get through there. Darn it, burb! Something tells me I'm going the wrong way. Something tells me I'm gonna get very, very wet here. I knew it! Oh, I'm taking the long way. Oh, I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, there is an opening over there. Oh, I feel silly. I should have just stuck to the pathway. Oh, dear goodness. Ah, there we go. Eat the right. I probably just took the most unorthodox way of getting here. Leave it to me to, like, make things difficult for my poor warrior of light. It's like, why did I have to swim all the way over here? How do I even get out of here? Oh, there's the beach. Okay. Oh, my poor warrior of light. Oh. 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 What in the world? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. In such manner did we find them? What could have befallen these people? If there was a battle, there's a conspicuous lack of blood. Well, I mean, the tower is literally right there on the other side of that mountain. Let's see. It could be all out from it.
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Strange.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
I mean, like, the tower is right there.
Oh, we have guests.
Oh.
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see. I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Oh.
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Uh-oh. They were all just snoozing! Literally!
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Interesting. Those are dragon scales.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Looks like dragon scales.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Those are dragon scales.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
Research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit.
Interesting. What do you need those for?
Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
Oh.
Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
I'll take 10, thanks.
Of course. You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Yes, that is.
Oh,
that
this is
her.
a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova.
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
Oh, I am here to bust up that tower.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
But if we can shield.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
If we could take everybody.
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
That is well.
Interesting.
You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Oh dear God.
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
Oh no! They're on to
I
him.
should like to draw a file or two, if so.
No!
Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Oh no!
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Oh, they're turning him into a guinea pig.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
A little more hands-on than
No harm will
expected.
come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
At least a stinny.
As you may have guessed, I am
jump.
Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Very interesting. Alright, I am going to do the smart thing this time and attune to this aetheryte before anything else happens. There we go. Oh man, but I still gotta go all the way back to the other one. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, Chronosphere is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So, if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we were still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we'll be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light come in. Better than having my blood drawn, I suppose. Perhaps so, and knowing my colleagues, they won't be satisfied with blood alone. Oh dear goodness. But as for your task, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you'll be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you, with your permission, of course. In that case, Urianger and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. Very interesting. If you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. Alright. It's interesting. Good luck with the test. I shall remain here to assist the other alchemists. I hope Estinian can manage just a little bit longer. I'm at 99%. That's not too bad. This is not where I need to go. It's got to be up here. Sorry, my hair keeps tickling my face. And although a lot of you would say, oh, just put your hair behind your ears, I don't like it there because then my ears get tickled. And if it's one thing that I'd rather have, it's have my face being tickled than my ears. I hate my ears being touched. Alright. Yadana. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night. The drunken Deepa. Oh dear God, what is that thing? The Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you'll be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you are ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Follow its lead and try not to fall behind. Alright, sounds simple enough. We're following a hopping lantern. How difficult can it be? Oop. Discharging ether. You are struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. I can speak with a little more robotic voice if you guys want, but... You are struck by another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. I would hope so. You are struck by yet another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. The blessing of light appears to be keeping you safe from harm. Subject fortitude rated. Impressive. No irregularities. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for final discharge. And of course it starts raining. Because why wouldn't it? You are struck by the strongest blast of ether yet, but survive completely unscathed. Etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Congratulations on retaining your composure and your humors. Alright. So far so good, everybody. Ah, you've returned and not on your knees. A promising sign, but come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. Oh yeah! Doing great. Shadowed footsteps. You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we, our Casadora, travel alone at our own peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. No need for compensation, come on. Look, you're building me a talisman, alright? I am in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Gajaya's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of the river. Alright then, let's go. Yeah, there's no need for compensation. We're getting compensated enough. I mean, like, those talismans are gonna change everything. Like, if we can, like, if all the Scions have a talisman, we can all bust into those towers and, like, I wouldn't have to be literally everywhere all the time. That'd be really, really cool. Woo. I may be simply imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Look out, Chronosphere! Target found. Subdue and capture. Oh. Oh, you guys would like that, wouldn't you? Oh, I'm so sorry, but you're just gonna have to hit the ground and not get back up. Good night. Ah, those poor Imperials. Kotsaki me afraid. To think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. I think the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope. Good, good. Let us continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. Alright then. Let's go. Let's get back on the burb. There's like some kind of crocodile thing up there waiting for me. A Pasaka. Oh, it didn't bug me. That's good. And here we are, Kaja's footsteps. Kaja was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they would come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is the spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting at once. If you'd be so good to stand guard. Those kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better be safe than sorry. Alright then. Let's go.
Yes, that would be Radzad Han. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
Interesting.
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
Let's be honest, even with protective amulets, the Scions would still pale in comparison to the Warrior of Light's sheer martial perfection. I've done trusts, I've seen them fight. Very true, but if all the Scions probably went in together, I'm pretty sure that they could manage without the Warrior of Light. I mean, like, well, I guess that's a tough one, really, but in the dungeons, I've seen them fight, and though they're extremely slow, they get the work done. So, though mind you, I'm a healer, so I'm the one keeping them alive. I don't know, maybe not. Like, maybe that is true. Maybe I'm still the most useful of the group. What can you tell me of the satrap? Here we go.
Well, he is the most important person in Radzad Han. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether.
Interesting.
Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
Leave it to the here to do that.
It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today.
It's interesting.
And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzad Han to thrive all these years.
Very cool.
And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
Yeah, I know, right, Desart? That's a very interesting thing as well.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Uh-oh. Oh boy!
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets.
My favorite Asian.
I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name?
Interesting.
Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
God, I love him. Oh, but I'm going to just destroy him. Look, he's a lesser Ascian. He is not unsundered, which means he is not as powerful as Emmett Selk, La Brea. The La Brea is very, very easy to defeat. Nor Elidibus. So because he's not as powerful as them, as soon as I get my hands on him, he's gonna fold up faster than Superman on laundry day. I'm telling you right now. Like, he's gonna rue the day he is cornered by my Warrior of Light, because there's gonna be no frickin' mercy. He is an absolutely amazing villain. Like, when they first started introducing him in the 5.1, 5.2, 3, 4, and 5 patches, I knew it. Like, he was just going to be a really, really awesome villain. Very different. I have enough spirit wheat to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? Indeed, let us go. Probably after I turn off the live stream, the only thing that I'm probably going to do is run over to that port town and get that aetherite. And then, of course, shut the game down. I don't have much longer to play, unfortunately, as I have to get ready for Dungeons and Dragons soon. But I still got about 30-40 minutes to play, so I just have to go back and give explanation of Rosyla. Really? Did they have to do that? Where did they do that? Yeah, like, La Brea was, like, very, very weak. I know that he was losing power from all of the body hopping that he was doing. Like, a lot of the other Ascians, I heard, like, chose a body and then they kind of, like, kept the body over a long period of time. But I heard that La Brea, like, switched bodies very, very quickly. And I guess it messed with him, eh? So it was him body hopping. Yeah, like, I can definitely see that because the strain was, like, pretty noticeable on him. He was going nuts in Heaven's Ward. And when you faced him, he was only a dungeon boss as opposed to a final trial or anything like that, like all the other ones were. That's very interesting. Good, it's fair. My thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept as my token of gratitude. A boy's errand. Little does Narana know she's about to send you on another errand. If you will excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you are both back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mistress Nadana. It would seem the stores of Giant's Gall are running low. What? But when I looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure, and Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers must have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain. But we will need to replenish our stores. I shall be happy to tend to this if you'd like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't be in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. Honest fair, loath though I am to press another task upon you so soon, might I ask you to fetch the giant skull? In case you're not familiar, giant skull is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines. Alchemy, not least of all. The quarry where it is found, aptly named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose on you once more? Yeah. 'Cause I want that talisman. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zainua. He will furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamza, Mistress Nadana? Oh, by all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the Hamza to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. What's a Hamza? Hold on. Okay, so Desart just started speaking. There's some other guys that they do dirty by making them dungeon bosses. Like Redacted. Ah. It was the sub-finale of the story of Heaven's Ward 2.0. He was a bitch in Heaven's Ward. Like, we beat him and Aegiorum, and like Forden, the bishop, just comes about and pulls a full-on chess move on him. Like freaking, we're talking like 1980s battle chess, and all of a sudden he becomes a knight and just smokes him, and he's gone. He's just dead, and he gets swallowed up by a sword. Like, I'm still under the I still hold the belief that La Habrea is actually still alive and that he's just stuck inside the sword. I highly doubt he's like dead. But unfortunately, they didn't touch up on it because I don't know. They ever in Stormblood and Shadowbringers, they declared him dead. So maybe he is. You know? I still hold the hope that he is still alive, but it's not looking like it. Which is too bad because he was an awesome villain. Here they are, Hamza. What the bloody hell are those birds? If the creatures look familiar, it is because they are close kin to your Eorzean dodos. Hamza have been kept as livestock in Thavnair, and many a hatchery may have been found here. Alas, the largest of these is recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. Are you ready? Then let us depart. You need only ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for yours to follow. Oh my god! They have a wobbling... Oh my god! Look at this thing! I almost want to take a screenshot. I'm barely staying on this thing! That spectacular formation stretching out over the water is called Khadga, a word which means sword. This sword, legend holds, was wielded by the Mansua against the Murga before it was cast down at conflict's end. To the left, and requiring no introduction, is the tower. As you can see, it straddles a small isle. Like, this is the most stupidest bird I've ever seen in my life. Like, look at this thing. I could just like see it making those sounds like. That's the most stupidest looking bird I've ever seen. I'm barely staying on the freaking thing. Like, it's if you'd even call those wings, are the only thing that was keeping me from falling off that damn thing. Like, that thing's eyeballs, man. It's like, it's seen some shit. Like, it has seen the horrors of that tower firsthand. Like, it's like, ah! Oh boy. That was humorous. Dumb as a dodo. I don't know. Those birds, man. That's the funniest freaking thing I've ever seen. Like, you're like barely staying on the freaking thing, and its eyes are just like, yeah. I don't know. It's just. Okay. I'm sorry. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host. This outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Yep. There it is, you guys. That was funny. Well, who should it be but young Varshan? On an errand for the satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm this past few years, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been what, 2 years now since he took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may be now, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but I still worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabdeen. Thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of her. Permit me to introduce Coronasphere Solarius of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any questions he may have. Oh, you get the dodo mount there? Really? Is it the same one that I just rode? Pyron? I've heard about you, the visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you could tell us about the Telophoroi? We know they're the ones behind the tower, and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. I'm like way up here. It occurs to me I've yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What of the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. Dazark, I'd be surprised if there wasn't a Hamza reskin at some point in the expansion. That'd be pretty cool. I want one of these stupid birds. I would ride this thing all the frickin' time. Look at this thing. That is the derpiest face you could ever have in a mount. And why does this thing make me crave Kentucky Fried Chicken? After the live stream, I gotta order a little bit of KFC now. Yeah, that thing would look really, really good on a barbecue. I mean, okay. Anyway, where's the third guy? Look at that tower. Look at that. God, that thing's beautiful. Scary, but beautiful. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. That's just amazing. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Zot, as folk have come to take into calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Nuranair. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but don't go too far into the water, and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Our struggles are not unique. Then our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. That's why dodos are extinct in real life. Why? Because people wanted to put them on spits? Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub both, Razathan ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand, as mine will keep you here a while longer. However, I am afraid I cannot guide you to the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamza, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. Well, the Hamza appears to want to return home. It reluctantly offers you its back. Should you become separated from your steed, speak with the Radiant Beastkeeper at the Hamza hatchery to mount it again. Oh my god! Yes! Look at this thing! It's just... It's just like... It's like it's freaking out. Where am I supposed to go? Where am I going? Oh! Holy moly. I have to go like way over there. Freaking... Oh my god. It has seen things. It's almost like it can barely hold my weight at all. No sooner do you arrive at your destination that the Hamza dashes off. Alright, let's go and get our things. It is indeed the Giant Skull grounds, and I am Zainua. Is there anything you require? Giant Skull for the alchemist, you say? But of course they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower. It is the least we could do to provide them with the materials they need. Alrighty. Tipping the Scale has a giant sack of Giant Skull for you. Here you are. A sack of the purest Giant Skull. We always get some aside for our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Well, we could just pop on back over here. Those are the derpiest birds I've ever seen. I absolutely love them. Oh my god. It's gonna be my favorite mount in the world if I could ever find them. Wait a minute. Is she up here? Or is she inside? Oh, it's got a down arrow on it. She must be inside. Okay. Ah, there she is. Ah, welcome back, Chronosphere. There, I hope you have the Giant Skull. Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing all of our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test. So please take your ease while you can. Hopefully.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Indeed.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
Oh, you're just tired of being poked and prodded.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat.
Yeah, except for Charlene.
Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts?
Yeah,
There are
that's
nights
for sure.
black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
Yeah.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear.
Yep.
Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Ah, good stuff. I knew it! Go get him! Go get him! Yes! Go after him! Destroy him! Damn it!
What is it? What did you see?
Darn it!
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
Oh, he knows.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last!
Ah! We were so close to nabbing him.
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments.
Oh, let's see it!
We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Oh, dear goodness!
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna bust in that tower and go and
Thank
get
you for
you.
your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Oh, you did a task. No, I'm not gonna do that to him. Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
Yeah, that's dangerous. But,
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
knowing him, he's probably got a lot of things ready for us over there.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Alright. Here we go, you guys. We're going to the tower. We're gonna bust in there. We're gonna nab that guy. And... like, we're gonna stop this from happening. Where am I going? Oh, I have to go way over there again. Alright. Here we go, you guys. Let's see here. Being chased by all the local wildlife. There it is, you guys. There's the tower. We're on our way there. Very nice. Oh man, I can't wait. But I am running out of time, and we will probably not be able to, like, do much more here. So I'm gonna finish up this quest, and then I will I'll go tomorrow. I'll do more quests in a live stream tomorrow. So let's finish this up though. Well, everyone's already there, so let's go. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is the board and on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope to toppling this tower. For all of our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. Let's go. Here we go, you guys.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
Here we go. There it goes.
Any moment now. It's working!
Very good.
And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
We're almost there. We're almost right up to the foot of it. Oh my god, this is so exciting! Look how much.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
Her shield is constantly pulsing though. Like, the influence is extreme. Look at that. It's like every few seconds she's getting a burst of it.
A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the heck's going on with it.
What?
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Ah! Go get her, damn you! We can't let him have that frickin' talisman. Oh my god. Look at that place. It's like stepping into another dimension. Oh man, that just creeps me out. It's just like in Thavnair when Ferdola entered the tower. I knew it! I knew it, he was.
Let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
No!
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Go get her! Oh no, it landed right on his foot! Oh no, she's stuck there.
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid.
Oh no, he's got it!
The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased.
I love him. I just want to...
My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
Oh, just blast him! He's right there! Oh no!
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Fandaniel, the sundered Ascian.
What the hell are you talking about?
I inherited the position and the soul of the Fandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking.
Interesting. Yeah, I know that.
Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me.
So...
Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
he managed to retain himself completely.
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded.
How? So...
I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
He's elegant?
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
It makes sense considering this tower looks elegant. Oh!
At your service.
No! No, there's no way that's him. It couldn't be.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled.
The Elegans were...
And ripe for decay.
The Elegans were right there, like...
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
He's Amon, holy
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing.
So they're practicing...
Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
So they were practicing, like, turning animals into...
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence.
What the hell is going on?
For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged.
Wait, you
I
caused...
resurrected a legend. Our first and greatest emperor.
You caused the fall of Alec?
And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Xander.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
So...
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war. And so I have come to claim you.
Emmett Silk.
For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work.
Wow.
And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation.
So the Ascians granted him immortality to continue.
Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
So the Amon we defeated in the Crystal Tower was just a shadow, a clone of his.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. What the hell? Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Just... Whoa. That's a lot to take in. And of course, he took off.
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell.
There you are.
As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals.
Oh dear, he's about ready to summon them.
If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades.
Oh boy, he's up the ante here.
We shall meet again. Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Frickin' Cedos. Go to hell, Cedos. He can wait his turn. I have other important things to deal with. Yeah, we need to get her out of there. We need to figure something out and get her free. Oh man. He just upped the ante like fivefold. And we lost the talisman. He threw it somewhere down at the bottom of the tower. Who knows where that damn thing landed? I hope we have another one. Ah, you are returned. But where is Mistress Nadana? Manizia preserved just when we had succeeded in making the talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. Oh, man. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? So it was Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard! I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nadana and the other captives. And that, my friends, is where we need to leave it for today. I do hope you all enjoyed. Oh my god. That was a lot to take in that cutscene. So he's Amon. He orchestrated the fall of Alec, just like he's orchestrating the fall here. In this time, the Asians, more predominantly Emmett Selk, granted him his immortality by making him Fandaniel, so that gave him the weapon that he needed to live forever to orchestrate further future plans. But he was never apparently, well, it was said in Shadowbringers, I think it was 5.4, when he first came in, well, like when he first introduced at the menagerie, that he is not bound to Zodiark. Like, he is not tempered by Zodiark or follows his commands at all. So he's like operating completely on his own will. Man. Plot thickens, everybody. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, hands down. Final Fantasy XIV is the best Final Fantasy game ever. Just ever. It is the best Final Fantasy. the best. For Rosyla Streaming Network, I am the hostess, Ashley LGR. I want to thank all of my viewers for coming out tonight and watching with me. This was a lot of fun. Next live stream will most likely be tomorrow. We'll play for another couple more hours, and hopefully we can, like, I don't know, maybe we can hopefully bust back into that tower and go and rescue her. I'm really hoping that we get to do that. I really hope that she doesn't die in there. And I hope we find that talisman, or find some way to, like, replace it, because that was a major screw up on my Warrior of Light's part, where she just, like, oh man, I can't believe it landed right at Fandaniel's foot. Oh my god. It's amazing. I love this game. Alright. I will see you all tomorrow. Probably 1 o'clock p.m. is when I'll turn the live stream back on again. Maybe 2 o'clock. 1 or 2. So, hope you guys, I hope to see you guys there. So, again, see ya.